Hey class, Mr. Bean here. I've been asked to make a video, how to complete Lab 87 Part B. And what it entails is that you're going to be using this simulation here. So you can work in a group of 2 or 3 people. One person run the simulation here, and the other people can do a shared Google Documents. All right, so basically we're just going to pick up where we left off in Part A. And when you open up the simulation, it comes to this spot right here, defaults to this. So what you want to do is go ahead and click on the graph values, click on the labels here, and also intensity over here as well. Um, let me see, delete that. Well, you could do intensity, or it's not really important, but so we're here, and notice here there's the peak here, and yeah, actually we do want to do intensity because it gives us the ruler that comes down and tells us what the value is. But luckily, we do get the values of wherever this curve peak is. There's a ruler coming down here telling you where it is, and also, so this over here is the number of photons, or photon count. Okay, all right, so we want to click on these here, and notice it has a temperature here, and you can move the scale up or down for planet Sirius A or star Sirius A, the sun, light bulb, and of course the Earth. So go ahead and read this here, and we'll come down here and we'll go to question 1, which says access to FET, which we did right here. And it says here, move the temperature scale up and down. And what happens is that you see that as the temperature goes up here, the wavelength changes here, and the peak goes up and down and moves to the different colors. Now, this here is the visible spectrum. Humans can only see in this range. This is violet, and over here is ultraviolet, which we cannot see. Over here is red. So this whole region here is infrared. Snakes can see infrared, but unfortunately we cannot. So go ahead and answer this question here. Then it says, what temperature is the Earth in Kelvin? So we'll go ahead and go all the way down here to the Earth right here, and we see that the temperature is 300 Kelvin. However, the graph disappeared here, or the peak. So we might have to like do a little zooming in here, and we may have to zoom in over here as well, and maybe zoom out a little bit, or let's see, we're here, and let's play around these numbers here, zooming in, zooming in. Oh, here we go, and we'll zoom out, and let's go ahead and maybe zoom out some more. See, zooming out. See, zooming in, and let's see, can we see? Oh, here we go. So here, okay, so here's the Earth is here. Here's the spectral curve. Now notice the visible light is over here. So the Earth gives off energy, or wavelengths that are in the infrared region. Now this says that 1 micrometer is 1,000 millimeters. So wherever I see the decimal here, if I want nanometers, I have to move it 3 places over to the right. So in fact, this would be like 9,659 nanometers. Okay, and so here's some questions here about that. Okay, and okay, so here, question 6 here is determine the wavelength of the maximum temperature in Kelvin. All right, so we're here. We'll go to the maximum wavelength, which is right here. So Sirius A is a white star, infrared. And so we max up the temperature. It looks like it's 11,000 Kelvin. But our curve disappeared. So we may have to zoom out, okay, or zoom in a little bit. And we may have to zoom out over here. Yeah, let's zoom out. Oh, here we go. Zoom out. Okay, so so this is so here's 11,000 Kelvin. Here's the peak temperature, and or the peak wavelengths right here. And notice how it's 0.263 micrometers. If I want nanometers, I move it 3 places to the right. Now I have 263 nanometers. Okay, so that's question 6 here. Question 7 says, what temperature what would this temperature be in Celsius? So if it's 1100 Kelvin, I would put that here, and I would just simply solve for C. Okay. Then it says, would a sensor that responds to only infrared be able to detect this? Well, infrared is over here. So the peak would have to be over here for the sensor to detect it. However, the peak is over here in the UV, so no, it would not detect it. Then it says, would a sensor that responds only to ultraviolet be able to detect this? Yes. Yes, because the peak is in the ultraviolet region. Okay. Uh, then question 10 is we want to get just, maybe drop this down to like maybe 500 and was it 80, was it 583? So maybe we have to zoom in a little bit here and zoom out. Okay, zoom in. Okay, let's drop it down to 500 and was it 83? Okay, yeah, about, yeah, right here is good. That's good enough. Okay, so let's go to violet light. So let's move this until we get to violet light. Okay, so I may have to say zoom out, zoom in a little bit here. Okay, there we go. So we want to move the peak here into the violet light range. So we'll move this to the violet. Okay, that looks like violet here. Okay, so violet, the wavelength would be four. So remember, three places to the right. 400 nanometers would go here. The temperature is at 7250. Now to get blue, we have to drop the temperature, get it down in. So there's blue. And again, here's the wavelength here, and here's the temperature here. So just do this for all the other colors, and that should do it. All right. Uh, Good luck, you guys, and see you next time.